Hey guys, I just wanted to give a quick video update on my time in the Rockies. I'm not feeling too well this evening. I'm here in Pueblo, Colorado, kind of the last town before the beginning of the plains. And I'm here enjoying some air conditioning and a last motel room for a little while. I had a cheeseburger back earlier today and just has not sat well. So I'm going to go to bed early tonight and hopefully that'll make me feel a little better. I just want to give a quick little update on the Rockies. Before I came on the trip, a lot of people thought that the Rockies would be the most difficult part of my trip. You think with the huge climbs and whatnot and altitude. But for the most part, I think the Rockies have been the easiest part of the entire trip. Climbs were all low grades, and the scenery was incredible. It kept me very mentally stimulated. There's only really two major climbs that I did during my time. The one was up to Lizard Head Pass, which is about 10,200 feet. Off my rest day in Dolores, and the second one was up to Monarch Pass, as I'm showing here, up to the Continental Divide, which is like 11,300 feet, and that was probably the toughest climb. 10 miles, about 2,500 feet gained in that time, but some incredible views. It's cold up there, but awesome. The only problem I really had, I think, with Colorado was the altitude. Constant shortness of breath. If I climbed or rode too fast, I get headaches and dizzy a little bit. But that was the only really issue that I had. In addition to the mountains, to the beautiful scenery from the mountains, was also coming down through the canyons. I really enjoyed the past 2 days from the Continental Divide back down here to Pueblo. Pueblo is about 4,600 feet, and the Continental Divide, as it says, about 11,000 feet, so quite a drop. And coming down through Big Sheephorn Canyon and Echo Canyon the past 2 days have been really, really beautiful on Route 50. I really enjoyed it. I think top 5 scenery of the trip so far, if not top 3. Pretty incredible stuff. And also, in addition to obviously the mountains and the canyons going through, I really enjoyed some of the towns in Colorado. I know in Utah and Nevada, it's kind of a crapshoot. What you'd get, especially in Nevada. I mean, so many towns of just 100 people, 50 people. But Colorado, every town I stayed in was unique and different and had some character to it. And 2 in particular. The first one was in Dolores, Colorado. Dolores is where I took my rest day. It's kind of the first day that I started climbing in the mountains. And it was really interesting, just a small, cute little town that a lot of people stay at to go ski up a Telluride. And then the second town, and probably my favorite, was yesterday, was Salida, Colorado, right on the Arkansas River. Just a very young population. There's tons of like little bungalows, cute little well-maintained bungalows along the route. All the restaurants there were just unique and different. A lot of people biking. It was just a really lively town, and I really enjoyed staying there last night. And though there were a lot of good things about Colorado, there were also some negative things. 2 in particular. One, the drivers in Colorado are probably the worst I've experienced on the trip. They give you no room to pass. They give you about that much room. Especially one day I remember going from Montrose to Gunnison, going down through this canyon. And the shoulder, as I'm showing here, is about that big. And these cars, these huge cattle cars, would pass me within 12 to 18 inches. It was very, very scary. So hopefully it gets a little better in Kansas. And the second problem I had was on the day from Montrose to Gunnison. I had some pretty bad weather. It rained the entire day, especially the first maybe 20 miles out of Montrose. It just absolutely poured. I was freezing. It was cold. It was like 50 degrees. It was just absolutely miserable. Just a really long day. I hope I never have a day like that again. It was just really miserable. But now that I'm out of the Rockies, out of the mountains, a little upset. I really enjoyed my time in the Rockies. Now I'm kind of in the plains. I think I like the Rockies because they provided some sort of comfort within the mountains. You feel kind of protected when you're riding. You stay mentally stimulated because of scenery. But going out in the plains, I feel not scared, but I feel very vulnerable going out into the plains. you're really at the discretion of the weather. If the weather is really bad and there's a lot of winds and rain and whatnot, you're going to have a horrible, miserable time. But I talked to a westbound guy doing the route up at Monarch Pass, and he said he had tailwinds all week. And he even did a 200-mile day one day. So I'm really just at the mercy of the weather. So we'll see how it goes. I'm a little nervous, so I hope I can report back. I'm not going to take a rest day here tomorrow in Pueblo. I'm going to keep on pushing through, and maybe I'll take one in Kansas or Missouri, and I'll let you get back to you guys on what I think of the plains. So stay tuned.